Hey, what's up? This is Sensei from Ridefit Nation. Welcome to the channel where we talk about motorcycles, we talk about lifestyle, fitness, we talk about money, hustling, all these different things out there. When I say hustling, I'm not talking about going and selling drugs if you don't know what hustling means. Hustling means to get out there and do what you do every day. I don't care if you're working at McDonald's or if you're working with Amazon. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're going out there, you're grinding every single day to make a living. Now, speaking of making a living, this channel is loaded with people from different walks of life. Not everybody is doing the same things. We have some people who are working with the government. We have people who work with the city. We got people who work locally. We got people who work independently. We have some people who is not employed. We got some people who is just doing all in the music world, the movie world. We have all kinds of people here on Ridefit Nation. The thing that we all have in common though is our motorcycles. Most of you are here because you ride a motorcycle and you're curious to hear or to see what Sensei is up to. Is he riding his bike? Is he buying a Sprinter van? Is he working on a motorcycle? Is he sitting down watching TV? What is Sensei doing today? Because we all live vicariously through each other, right? And today's video is about that. It's about utilizing the machine that you have in your garage and making sure that you're using it to its fullest potential. Now, I know a lot of times you see people talking about breaking state lines and going on cross-country rides and going long distances and doing this. I get that, but that's not for everybody. That doesn't make you a rider. It doesn't make you a biker if you ride cross-country versus if you don't ride cross-country. If you don't break state lines, you're not a true biker. That's in my book, that's not the truth. To me, a true biker is anybody who has a motorcycle and you ride your motorcycle. If your motorcycle is sitting in your garage and doing nothing, then you're not a biker. That's just the way I see it. Now, everybody has a different, I guess, point of view on that. But as long as you're riding your bike, that's the key. You don't have to go and break a bunch of state lines. You don't have to ride in a pack. You don't have to be dirty and gritty and greasy. You don't have to put a motorcycle vest on to feel like a biker with chaps in the boots. You don't have to dress the part to be that, okay? You could have on your regular everyday gear and be a biker. You're a biker. Now, if you heard what I said before, you don't have to break state lines, and you do not. But listen to me and listen to me well. There are plenty of places to visit within your state. Even states as small as Delaware. It doesn't matter where you live at. You could live in the middle of the South Bronx and find destinations. You can go to the Bronx Museum. You could ride your motorcycle to the Bronx Zoo. You could ride your motorcycle to Ellis Island. You could ride your motorcycle, go down to Long Island, go to Staten Island. If you're in California, everywhere is a destination because you got the ocean right there. You're in LA, you're in San Diego. You take the 5, you head south, you head north, go down by the Mexican border, turn back. There's so many things to do. You're in Connecticut, you got Rhode Island, Massachusetts, you got Maine. There's a lot of places that you can visit in your own states. Now remember, I lived in these states that I'm mentioning. That's why I know so much about these states, and now I live in Georgia. So look up things online, type things on Google, places that I can visit, destinations, right? Tourist destinations, attractions, and start visiting the areas in your state. Take photos, take videos, get into the GroupMe chat, be a part of the GroupMe chat. Now, with the GroupMe chat, I had the Softail Riders GroupMe chat separate from the Ridefit Nation, but I made up my mind and decided, you know what, that's way too much work for me to have to worry about dealing with 2 different groups for no reason. So everything is underneath one unit right now. Everything is under one unit. And what I did inside of that chat was I created different states. All the states are not there yet, but if you live in Alabama, there's a section for Alabama. If you live in New York, there's a section for New York. No, I don't have a section for New York yet, but there will be. There's Pennsylvania, there's Kentucky, there's Indiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, and so forth. And the more we get more people to join the thread, the GroupMe thread, then you can start to connect with people that live in your states. Sometimes when we're doing massive rides and you guys decide you want to ride out or we want to ride out towards you, then you will know about that as well. So the bigger the group, the better. Ridefit Nation. is going to take things cross state lines. The goal and the purpose of Ridefit Nation is to get like-minded men and women who are willing to ride their motorcycles, who are willing to post photos, get involved, build a community, build a brother and sisterhood, to get out there and do great things every weekend, every other weekend, every month, whatever it is, whatever your pockets could afford is to do it. Okay? This is not a club. I repeat, the Ridefit Nation movement is not a motorcycle club. I would actually prefer for anybody who comes in to not wear your cuts when we are all riding together, because we're not trying to attract nothing. We don't want to bring no unnecessary attention to us as we're riding. And I know that's a hard ask, but I prefer for us to all ride with no patches on our backs. Okay? Because listen, the movement is not a club. Can you be in a club and be a part of the nation? Of course you can. I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you what my preferences are. Okay? When you're riding in big numbers, as you know, when you're riding big numbers and those patches start to pop, you start to get some eyes on you from the OMCs. And if you don't know about that, then check that out. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now let's get back to focus. Visiting your state. My challenge to you is this. Either do it by yourself or get a group of people from your state, get into the thread, join the group me chat. It's in the description. I think it's the first link in the description below this video. And set up a ride. Take the photos, build the memories, just have fun. Waterfalls, parks, museums. There's so much stuff. We're gonna go down to the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I have it set up for July 20th. We're gonna go to Key West, August 2nd to the 4th. We're going to the waterfalls in Highlands, North Carolina, the dry falls, July 13th. We're gonna go have pizza at Monroe Pizza, July 6th. That's this coming weekend, this Saturday. So you see what I'm saying? It's just finding the little things and the big things. The Key West ride, that's gonna be about 12, 13 hours of riding, okay? The Edmund Pettus Bridge, that's gonna be out 4 hours of riding. So there's something for everybody on every level. I just want you to be inspired to ride your motorcycle. No politics, no nothing, no negativity. Just ride your motorcycle, build the relationships. We're gonna be doing our group calls. I think I wanna do it the first or the last Wednesday of every month. That's when we have the Zoom group call where we all get together and just have fun talking about lifestyle, motorcycles, all that stuff. If you're down with the movement, leave it in the comments. Yo, I'm down with you, Sensei. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to grow. Because Ridefit Nation is about to take things to that level. We're already doing it, but I need more people involved because I know a lot of y'all want to be a part of something greater than just yourself. And even though I am a soloist, I am an introvert most of the times. A lot of people think I'm extrovert. I am mostly introverted, but I still enjoy being around people who are down to earth, ain't there to show off. You ain't there to, oh yeah, by the way, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this ahead of time. You grown people, but I'm gonna tell you some of the rules that when it comes to this group ride and stuff that we ain't gonna be doing together in this group. We ain't gonna be drinking alcohol in this group. When you riding, you are not gonna be that guy that's gonna risk people's lives by getting intoxicated as you ride with this group, okay? You're not, I repeat, you're not gonna be speeding unnecessarily trying to kill everybody else. People are on different levels or on different levels. You're riding stagnated. When we're doing group rides, we're making sure that we're changing the lanes from the rear. That means the person in the back, who's that road gunner, that person is gonna block the traffic from everybody else. That means he gets into the right lane. Guess what? The next man in front of him moves over and everybody else follows. One of the mistakes that was made in a recent group ride was when I expressed to everybody about changing the lanes in the back. Don't change lanes until you see me change lanes. It went over their heads. I get it. It was the first time riding together, but everybody decided, the leader decided to get in front of the car and everybody else is following, and the car almost clipped a few guys. They didn't know that because you know what? They're riding. And these are errors that we all make in the beginning. However, the goal is for us to get stronger together as we ride. And we're gonna have these calls and talk about all the things that's gonna make us better riders as soloists and as group riders, okay? I need to have Ridefit Nation blowing up all around the country, if not all around the world. I want that name to resonate. That's the reason why I created Ridefit Nation, not for it to stay hidden in a little box in Covington, Georgia, where I live at. is to get out of Georgia and go to Alabama and go to Tennessee and impact more people, to be more positive, to show people how to be more healthier, to show people how to be more physically, mentally, emotionally fit, how to get those miles right, how to freaking get the muscles up, how to get your money up. That's why we say miles, money, and muscle. All right, I'm not keeping y'all here too long, but I'm just telling you guys, if you're looking for something to do, you want to be a part of something great, join Sensei and the squad at Ridefit Nation. And the beautiful thing about this group is this: there is no leader. Everybody has the opportunity to post rides. If you get one person to show up, 2 people to show up, 50 people to show up, you post the rides. The way I do it is if I post a ride and I get one person to show up, the ride is still gonna go. If nobody shows up, the ride is still gonna go because I'm posting the ride for me. If you wanna follow, that's right. Come on, bring it. But if you back out because of the job, maybe the wife said you can't go, maybe the husband said you can't go because we got ladies as well. Maybe you got something to do with the children, or maybe you're just lazy and you decide you don't want to go. That's all right. We're still going. And here's another thing too about group riding when you're going overnight. This is a rule that I feel like everyone should be following. If 10 of us decide to book a hotel because we're doing a long trip, okay? Like for example, Key West, and 5 men in one room, 5 men in another room. Because remember, you're only doing one night. You don't need to spend money, big money. You can get a nice double bed hotel, get the couch, whatever. I ain't got no problem sleeping next to my brother. I'm not that guy that has that ego in my head where, yo, I ain't sleeping next to no man. That's each person's, that's whatever you do. Me and my brother's been done that. I ain't got no issues with that. Some of y'all might feel a little creepy about it, but I don't know. Maybe that's how you was growing up. I don't know what your backgrounds was. But if everybody decide they're gonna do that, that means that your money goes onto that trip. If 5 people agree, hey man, we're gonna do this together, 5 in a room, 4 in a room, 2 in a room, whatever it is. If the room was $400 per night, let's just throw a high number. Let's say it's $400 per night, okay? And 4 people decide to go in that one room. Each person is $100. If that person decide they don't want to go no more, but they already committed, they may not go, but the money's still gonna go. Your money is still gonna go because everybody already has in their mind that you have been locked in already for that room. That way that we know how the money's being split. So if you put that mindset into that trip and you say, yo, I'm committing to that trip, you don't make it, that's on you. Your money is still going to go, especially when you're already committed to the hotel, all right? So it's those are the things that we look at with these group rides. I think a lot of people do not go over the formalities of group riding. Another thing that I like to do when I'm doing group riding, which I think a lot of clubs should start doing this as well, is the problem that I have with clubs that I've ridden with in my past, including the club that I rode with, was nobody knows nobody's emergency contacts. Everybody should have everybody's emergency contact. So if I'm riding with you, there's no way you're gonna ride on a ride with me and the rest of the guys if I don't have your emergency contact. It could be your wife, your kids, your mom, it could be your boss, whoever it is. Because you know what, if something happens to you, maybe it's a flat tire, maybe we get pulled over by the cops and you have a warrant, God forbid. It doesn't have to be nothing horrific. I wanna be able to call. If something happens to me, I need for you to have my wife's number. So that way you know that you know who to contact. And I know who to contact. You see what I'm saying? So it's those little things that I find that a lot of us tend to not look at when we are riding as a group. We think everything is going to be all right. No, I want to get to know who I'm riding with over time. And I need for you to get to know me over time. You see? Another couple of things to touch on while we're here talking about the Ridefit Nation movement is checking your motorcycles, checking your tires, make sure your tires are good, making sure the air pressure is good, making sure your bike is up to par, make sure you have the right amount of oil. You know, breakdowns can happen to anybody. Breakdown happened to me, it doesn't matter. But check that, make sure you got that. Make sure you have your AAA, the motorcycle transport, and your hog stuff. I didn't even know the hog chapter stuff had the motorcycle transport until my man Broman told me about it. You see, make sure your insurance is covering you, because insurance companies have roadside assistance. So there are a lot of things for you guys to understand with group riding. Is not just about group riding. There's a whole lot of things that goes behind it, right? And with the Ridefit Nation group me chat, These are some of the things that we're going to be doing because I want people to be safe. It doesn't matter what state you're in. I need the same principles that I'm talking about now to resonate to everybody in their state. I want everybody to ride the right way and safely. Don't go and killing yourself or kill nobody. There's no nothing. There's no burnouts. There's none of that. Because I can't ride with people like that. Because I'm married. I got 3 children. I got a dog. I got a mom. I got my brother. I got a house. I got things for me to take care of in my life. So when I'm riding my motorcycle, I want to ride with people who are ready to ride and be responsible. Make sense? Some of you might disagree with it because you're maybe the person I'm talking about that does stuff like that. But for me, I prefer not to ride with you. You can ride ahead of me or you can ride way behind me, but don't come next to me with your dumbness. And then we could meet at the same spot. We could hang out, we could talk, we could have a good time. I'm not gonna judge who you are. I'm not gonna judge you, don't judge me. And then you can go about your merry way back to yourself. Because once again, we have choices, right? And I take this thing very, very serious. So guys, get onto the GroupMe chat, join the thread, be a part of something great as we grow, as we expand. Right now, we have, I believe, 79 people in there so far, but I know that's gonna get up to like about 200, 300, 400, 500. It's gonna keep on growing. And the Ridefit Nation website is gonna be launched, hopefully by the end of this month, maybe before. But we have the Ridefit Nation website coming up, whereas y'all know I do motorcycle pickup, transportation as well. That's not what I do for a living, but I also do motorcycle transport, and I'm gonna bring a couple of other things. If you have a company that you wanna plug on a website, we can sit down and talk about that as well, all right? Like I said, miles, riding motorcycle, money, get your hustle on, and muscles, get your fitness going. That's it, all right? This is Sensei telling you, let's get these miles, let's get this money, and let's get these muscles. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.